This video is sponsored by Linsy Home.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because I'm going to be getting a new sofa. So I'm currently in between my kitchen project and right now I'm going to be doing my living room space. I got a new sofa and I cannot wait to show you guys all the features. And so this is not going to be the full entire makeover, but I do want to give you guys all of the information about the sofa in case you are looking for one. And I'll give you guys all the information as we go along in the video. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into this video.
So here's a look at some of the before images. Stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to be updating this living room space with a new sofa, reusing some of my existing pieces and rearranging a bit just to make the space flow way better.
Okay, so from this angle, you can kind of see what the living room is looking like, but I want to give you guys a quick explanation of where everything is now and my plans for the future of where everything is going to be. Here is just a quick tour of what the living room looks like currently. Pretty plain, not much going on. Also, the sofas I had bought, but I didn't realize they were like too big for the space till after they were already here. So I've been using these and living with them for a while. And over here in the corner, the gallery wall was nice and cohesive. Now it's a few frames have fallen and broken. So I'm going to be redoing those with the same gallery wall style that I did for the dining room. And then also the coffee table over here. It's over here in the corner because when my son was smaller, it's a glass coffee table. I didn't want him banging his toys and stuff. Now he's a bit older, so I am going to be like reusing it and putting it back into the main living room area. Obviously, we have the TV area. This is where I was keeping my kids' toys from time to time. I have a few office supplies and like little papers and stuff from like school and coloring papers and stuff. I want to update this so it looks a little bit more clean and like seamless. Over here, I have tucked away in the corner some extra blankets and stuff for when we're just like laying on the couch and everything. From this angle, you can see it still has like a nice open space. So they were able to have like a play area over here and everything's really cleaned up right now with the toys and stuff. So that's why it looks like this. So this is the bookcase area. So my goal is to like make the bookcase nice and cohesive and styled, that nice, pretty bookcase aesthetic. So if you guys if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you go subscribe to my channel because that is going to be one of the makeovers on my channel. Obviously, I need some curtains up here. I don't have any curtains or anything. I just kind of left everything really bare in this room.
To get started, we needed to get the sofa out of the space. I started by removing the extra large pillows from both sofas, and then my husband and I were able to move it together. It looked heavier than it actually was, and I was happy we both were able to get the clunky sofa down the narrow staircase, out the door, and into the garage. Then I removed the old rug that was way too small for the space anyway, and then I vacuumed the floor, getting the tiny particles left over by my son, who popped a confetti balloon behind one of the couches.
Okay, so the old sofa is gone and we are about to bring in the new couch. This is how everything is looking, empty.
The new sofa is from Linsy Home and it comes shipped in separate boxes. I got the 7-piece set, so I had a few boxes to bring into the living room. The sofa chairs were easy to unbox. One thing I wanted to mention is that there is an extended cardboard cover under the top of the box, so when you're opening it, you don't have to worry about cutting the chair or the fabric. The first box I opened slowly to make sure I was not damaging anything. I was a little bit nervous that I could potentially cut too deep, but I didn't have anything to worry about. Another thing to note was when I was opening the boxes, the flaps of the boxes kept getting in the way. So the best way to easily open it smoothly was just to make sure each flap was open, and then I was able to easily lift the box up and then the contents basically slipped out. And also, each chair comes with this cover inside the box to protect the fabric. I love that everything was neatly packed and easy to assemble. Once I opened the rest of the boxes, I was so excited to see all the pieces and how it would look in my space. It took maybe about a half an hour to move all the boxes into the living room and then also clean up as I went.
Whew. Okay, so as you can see, I already took out all the couch pieces from the boxes. So far, I'm loving the texture of the couch. I love the color. I chose the white because, again, I like a lighter aesthetic. One thing I didn't mention is eventually I plan to get rid of the carpet that's installed in this space, but for now, we're going to just keep the carpet. I just finished the kitchen and dining room, and that was a vigorous project. So I figured, you know what? I'll just have everything how I want it. This is easy to like kind of disassemble. Anyway, so let's just keep going. Let's go.
I removed all of the covers from the sofa pieces and started the assembly process. All of the pieces and tools needed per chair are included inside of the ottomans. There's a little box with all the screws and brackets. Assembling the sofa chairs was very easy. First, the legs at the bottoms needed to be put on, and then inside the ottoman, the metal bracket pieces needed to be installed. Those pieces are actually very sturdy and they have a really good quality about them, and I like that a lot. To make the assembly process go just a bit faster, I laid out all the pieces in front of each sofa, and then I did all the legs at once, and then I did all the brackets that get screwed inside of the ottomans, the chair backs, and then finally I was able to move on to the last two things, which were the armrests.
Okay, so these are the armrests, and the tools and stuff for this is in this little zipper part, which is pretty cool. So there we go.
The armrest gets installed just like all the other pieces with the metal brackets and screws. To make sure I had everything installed correctly, I combined two of the sofas. The back easily slips into the cutout holes onto the ottoman. Then the metal brackets connect to the sofa to make sure the seats stay together. The armrest slips into the side. The open space inside the ottoman acts as storage, and this is one of my favorite features of the sofa. The cover goes onto the top, then the seat cushions, and then the backs. I stopped at HomeGoods to pick up a rug. My goal is to get a large rug. I'm thinking maybe like an 8x10 because I think that would just really make the space feel more styled and fill up the space more appropriately. So at HomeGoods, I did find two styles that I liked. I was going for more of the traditional style so that I can kind of like switch up my accessories when I want to. I found two that I liked, but I couldn't decide which one looked the best, so I bought both knowing one would go back. For the living room, I knew I needed a new rug. The rug that I had was just way too small for the living room and just way too small for the size of the couches. Here's the first one that I rolled out. I like how it had the gray tones in it, and also the patterns looked like it had a little bit more vintage elements that I liked, and I think the style works. I like that the patterns had more vintage elements to it, and I think the style really worked in my space and gives it a more versatile option. And here's the second rug. The actual feeling of the second rug was so nice. It felt very luxurious. I did love the texture, but it just didn't work aesthetically. It just was too much yellow. The lines made it look more Aztec style, and that just wasn't what I was going for. And I bought it knowing this was kind of leaning towards more Aztec feeling, but I wanted to try it anyway. So this was the one that went back.
So before I show you the different sofa combinations that you can do, I'm going to be moving this TV console out of the way. I have not got a chance to do the DIY project that I've been wanting to do, but I probably will do that in a different video. So let's just move this out the way first and then take it from there.
So for the TV stand, I'm just removing all the baskets so it's easier to move the actual stand. Then I'm vacuuming the area to prep for the other console that will be coming up and making sure I get the baseboards with the detailed nozzle of the vacuum so it's extra clean. We actually already had this TV console in our basement, so we just ended up swapping the two TV stands out.
So as I mentioned before, I am going to be reusing my coffee table. So I'm going to clean this off, but I wanted to tell you guys, this is my 100K plaque from YouTube. I did not open it yet. I plan on doing a different video with my journey to 100K. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you subscribe to my channel because that's going to be one of the next couple videos that I'm going to be doing. So I just wanted you to see. I've been waiting so long to open it because I wanted to open it for the video, but just wanted to put that out there.
One of the other things that was making my living room look completely crazy was this coffee table. It kind of became just like a dumping ground for random things. It was cluttered and it was housing things that I literally did not need anymore. So for instance, the broken frames were held on this coffee table, so I was able to throw those out, put some baby books back, and toss anything else that no longer worked for my home. All I had to do was clean it off with some glass cleaner and it was like new again. and just removing these lights that have sadly stayed up since Christmas.
Okay, the gallery walls.
The frames on this wall have seen much better days. They are glass, and unfortunately they kept falling from the wall where the coffee table area was. Before there was nothing there, so when the kids kept walking they just kept falling down. So I'm going to be removing these and reinstalling them to its original glory with plexiglass frames instead. I actually picked these up from the craft store. I went there when they were having their 50% off sale so I can get all 16 frames for half the price. The price is already really great on these, but still, why not save more when you can, right? I'm using the same layout for the gallery wall that I previously had because I actually did love the combination of family and wedding photos that we chose. If you want to know more details about how you can do this DIY gallery wall on a budget, make sure you click the I above and in the description box below to where you can find this how-to video. Here's the rug that I decided to keep. I kept the lighter color one and already the rug filled out the space much better. And now I'm able to bring the sofa pieces into the living room and play around with the different combinations. Putting together the sofa for any arrangement was very simple. The bases of the sofa get connected with the brackets, and then the extra ottoman pieces can be moved around as you see fit. There are so many features that I love about this new sofa, but the flexibility of moving things around is just one of my favorite things, along with the storage compartment. So to style the living room, I'm reusing my coffee table. I picked up this piece of art from HomeGoods. I like the gold frame that it came with, and the painting inside of it gave a traditional vibe that I don't always go to style my space with, but I definitely wanted to try it. I like this quilted frame and I'm just reusing it on another wall. And then I'm adding a few accessories on the sofa and on the coffee table just to start reinvigorating the living room. I plan on adding a few more things over time, but I didn't want to overdo it to begin with. And then I'm adding a faux plant since I do not have a green thumb at all, but I've been wanting that fresh look that only plants can give, so this one will do the trick for now. And here's just a quick reminder of what the living room looked like before. The sofas were way too large for the space and the rug did not fit at all, along with the gallery wall being messed up and the coffee table being cluttered. And this is how it looks now. It is so refreshed. The Linsy Home Modular sofa really made my living room look way more modern than before. And it's perfect because of the interchangeable styles, the built-in storage compartments, and the washability of the covers, which is so necessary, especially when you have kids. The TV console is now longer and works way better for this space. The gallery wall has been restored to fill the whole wall instead of some of the frames being missing. I am loving the new soft to the touch rug. The rug before was just way too small for this space, and now I have a large rug that really makes more sense along with the color and patterns in the rug. I was able to begin reusing my coffee table again, which is great. And the bookcase will be restyled in the future, but for now I turned the books so it has a neutral color palette in the background, and I also took out the unnecessary items to clean it up a bit.
So this is the first look of the sofa. This is like the first style with all of the pieces together. I really do like this. I feel like it elevates my living room space way better than the other style that I had. I feel like it makes it look a little bit bigger, like a little bit more spacious. And even when I was picking out like a few of the accessories, I realized like, I'm probably gonna need a couple more things. But that's one thing that I really do like to do. I like to buy just minimal pieces and add over time instead of bombarding my house with things I really don't like that much. So I'd rather just kind of piecemeal it together when the time comes, just getting a few pieces, one thing at a time, that makes sense. I actually do have a couple more big purchase items that I'm going to be putting in this space. And again, like I mentioned a couple of different times, this is just part one of the video. So this was like the main part was the sofa, getting like the new furniture, kind of reinvigorating some of the things that I already had. So for instance, I had already had this coffee table, so I'm just reusing that. The console table, this was actually my console table that I had downstairs in my basement area. So I ended up just switching those two things out. So I saved some money doing it like that. Okay, so let's style this space a little bit more. And I'm going to show you guys some of the other features that the sofa can do. And this is another way that you can style the sofa. I really do like how it's all combined and it looks more like a sleeper style. This is perfect for me, my kids, and my husband. So if we're doing like movies for the night or something like that, or we end up just falling asleep on the couch, this is like the perfect setup. And again, all the storage is underneath the seats, which is like one of the best features of this sofa. So I'm really excited about that. So we don't have to like go upstairs, grab blankets. It's already down here. It's just neatly put away. And you guys know I love having everything clutter free. So that feature is like one of my favorite features of the sofa. So I'm going to just show you one more style with the way you can lay out the sofa, and let's see how it looks.
So to maneuver the sofa around, it's easier to take the cushions off, place the ottomans to where you want them to go, and then replace the cushions. You can move the armrests or backs if you need to or want to, and it makes the sofa totally customizable. It's always easier to move the cushions, but you can still move the arms and backs around without doing so. It just takes a little bit more effort to make sure the brackets are going correctly into the slots. And here's just a quick way you can transform the sofa into a sectional, which is perfect for if you have a lot of guests over. But the final styled way I wanted to show you is right here.
Okay, so this is the third style that I was talking about. So instead of having the full sofa connected all together, I created more like a chaise lounge and made it like this. And I think it looks really good in front of the gallery wall, especially because I don't have anything else here in front of it right now. I do plan on getting a few other items, but I like to take my time before I commit to certain purchases. I really like the sofas. I am excited because I feel like if I get bored of one style, I can always switch it up. And I also feel like it gives me an opportunity to feel like I have different furniture. And I am someone who likes to change things up, but with bigger items, I usually stay fully committed to them for a long time because I don't like collecting a whole bunch of large items that I don't need in my house. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. So I am going to be doing another part 2 for the living room makeover. And there I will add extra stuff, like I know I need curtains and I know I need something here on this plain wall here. So I plan on showing you guys what else I'm going to do with the space. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you like this video. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. This is from October. I don't even know why I still have this. I need to just throw it out. For this dining room, not dining room.
Huh? I can't sit anywhere anymore.
Let me just start over. Ugh.